Hi, everybody, and welcome to Kin Unified Healing Institute. My name is Janelle, and I am the founder and director of education for Kin. And I'm creating this little video to guide you through our admissions process and talk about our programs. We're Kin Unified Healing Institute, and our mission is to change the way that the world views healing. I'm doing this admissions webinar to answer a few questions that are very common and run you through the admissions process, some of our tuitions and fees, talk about the sound program. On our website, you would just go to the sidebar and hit Institute certification courses. And if you're interested in sound therapy education, this is the certification. We are the first evidence-based sound program rooted in music theory psychology, which utilizes the voice, the drums, and crystal singing bowls for clinical sound interventions. We are approved actually by the American Holistic Nurses Association for 40.5 contact hours. So if you're a nurse and you need to get relicensed, this is a program that can help you to get contact hours. We are approved by Saybrook University College of Integrative Medicine. And if you take this course, you can get 3 transfer credits if you'd like to pursue a master's degree or a PhD in mind-body medicine at Saybrook University. We're also approved by the AHNCC towards credentials towards holistic nursing. That should tell you a little bit about the educational merit of the program and all the information that it contains. You can read here all of the course objectives, learning objectives, the sound therapy program. And you can download our brochure here. And this will tell you exactly the criteria for certification is for level 1. That's where it is, okay? And then this is the schedule of courses. So this is where you can see the days, the dates, and the times of all of the upcoming modules. The sound therapy curriculum is available to you in one of 2 ways. You can take module by module immersive weekends for 3 months. So as you can see here, the next course dates are August 19th and 20th. That's for crystal sound resonance, module 1. And then it goes to September 24th for multidimensional voice. And then it goes to October 21st for percussion, rhythm, and timing. August, September, October, 3 consecutive months, 3 immersive weekends. Or if you're from out of town, don't live very close to Walnut, and you can't make it here every single month for 3 months, there is a 5-day immersive program in which you would learn modules 1 through 3 in 5 straight days. And the next one that is being offered is August 24th to the 28th. There is all of that information there in terms of course dates. And then if you want to read through what you will learn in each module, it's clearly stated here, all of the course objectives, the learning objectives for crystal sound resonance, multidimensional voice, percussion, rhythm, and timing. And then admissions and tuition fees are listed here. So these are the important dates that you would want to take note of. For fall 2023, the application deadline is August 1st. So we would need to receive your application by August 1st, 2023. You would know that you're admitted to the program most likely immediately. We have a system where we are able to read the application very quickly and then respond very quickly to the person if their application has been approved or if it has been deferred. Winter 2024 is the January 11th start date. So that application would be December 28th as a deadline. And then we have spring 2024, which the first day of school is in April, and we have the application deadline as March 21st. So I don't want you guys to get too nervous about the application. It's really 10 easy questions that allow us to get to know you as a student practitioner and possibly as a potential teacher, right? Because everybody that comes to Kin not only to heal themselves, but also to become a leader or a teacher, right? So this is going to help us determine how we can better help you on your journey. And just to not even scare you guys, here is the application that you can fill out. It's literally 10 questions. Here's the questionnaire, right? And then questions about tuition. Would you like financial aid? Are you going to be needing financial aid, et cetera? So course registration closes in 28 days, all right, from the date that I'm talking, which it's July 3rd right now. And then here is the tuition fees. So level 1 is a tuition fee of $12.90. Level 2, which I'll go over, is 2,277. Level 3 is 2,057. The best value is if you want to take level 1, 2, and 3, and you already know that you want to go all the way to sound educator, then the tuition would be 5,550. And I think you're saving a couple of $1,000s there. So you can pay for level 1 or the entire 3-level program in some easy installments, and I'll show you how. And you want to click here for financial aid and payment plans. All right, so there is the tuition as listed in the page previously. These are the payment plans for level 1. So pay in full is due upon enrollment, and there is 0 interest added to this payment schedule. Then there is the quarterly payment. So this is for 3 months for 1 year. So you're going to pay every 3 months for 1 year, and there's 10% interest added, and it's due on the 1st of each month. There's a 12-month payment plan. So this is pay every month for 12 months at $144. And this is 14% interest added due on the 1st of the month. Okay, so this is the payment schedule for level 1. Now, if you want to go to do level 1 through 3, there are also payment plans. So pay in full is 5,550, and that's due upon enrollment, and that is 0 interest to the payment. There is quarterly, which is pay every 3 months for 1 year at $1,495 and a 10% interest, but this is due on the 1st of each month. There is an 18-month payment plan. So you can pay every month on auto pay for 18 months at 14% interest on the 1st of each month, and that is $354. And then the most accessible payment plan that we do have, but it's the largest interest that's added, 24 months, $272, pay every month for 24 months at 18% interest, due on the 1st of the month. So everything is due on the 1st of the month. That is how our tuition schedule works. We tried very hard to create as many payment options as possible and to be accessible to whoever feels called to take this program. And then this is just our disclaimer. We support all expressions of self and believe that diversity enriches our world. Kin Institute does not discriminate on the basis of race, gender, color, sexual orientation, gender identity, or its expression, disability, religion, age, veteran status, or national or ethnic origin. We reserve the right to deny admissions to any applicant for any reason other than those stated above. And as I mentioned, our academic partners for this program are the American Holistic Nurses Association, the AHNCC, and Saybrook University. Now, if you're interested in learning more about level 2 and level 3 requirements, you can click down here at the bottom. So this is our sound therapy educator track. And so what does that mean? It means that after you've completed levels 1, 2, and 3, then you would be certified as a sound therapy educator, and you can certify people in level 1 kin sound therapy. Here we have the level 2 requirements. And just very briefly, it is a repeat. So you would take again modules 1, 2, and 3 of sound therapy. Because there is so much to learn, you will not digest all of it in just taking it once. I learn every single time I even teach the modules. So taking, again, crystal sound resonance, multidimensional voice, and percussion rhythm and timing. And then we get into the more esoteric functions of sound, which is introduction to sound journey. So we talk a lot about the shamanic aspects of sound. There is a cultural perspective that rides along into this program. There are Eastern esoterics. There is quantum physics. There's all kinds of stuff going deeper into the understanding of sound from an esoteric level. And then we go into vibrational shadow work. And so this is actually a deep dive into the self, into the psyche, into the multidimensionality that is achieved when we are in tune with ourselves. So we do analyze the shadow of the ego and its relationship to incarnation. There is a lot of shadow work. We talk about the shadow of the body, the shadow of sex and sexuality, the shadow of relationships, the shadow of power, the shadow of religion and spirituality, all of these things that have built our identities so far in the life that we are living. And we do this all through the aspect of sound. And then required to be taken in level 2 are conscious leadership modules 1 through 5. And this is because you're getting ready and you're getting geared up to become somebody that interfaces with other people that need help in their lives. And so if you don't have a foundation of conscious leadership, worse things might happen to the people that you are trying to help, and also to you. These are life lessons that I, as a teacher, had to learn the hard way. And so these modules were created, or the conscious leadership curriculum was created in order to mitigate that experience. The first conscious leadership module is ego awareness. You can read more about it on the website. The second is healing the somatic body, emotional intelligence. So being able to understand the function of emotions and how to emotionally regulate is very, very important. Understanding the shadow self and self-care practices. So all of these modules are taught from the combination of academic research, as well as life experience, as well as spirituality, and as well as embodiment practices. And our classes, our healing group classes or weekly classes, also reinforce these modules in terms of embodiment practices. And then lastly, you would be assisting me as a teacher's assistant for one of the modules. I might call upon you to teach a certain section of the course, and then you would help me just facilitate the ease of the experience for the students who are in the course. Okay, so that is level 2. All right, level 3, this is the last track to becoming a sound therapy educator. You again would take crystal sound resonance, multidimensional voice, percussion, rhythm, and timing again. And by the way, with each level, the price gets discounted off of these things. So you're not paying full price for these modules. I'm just letting you know. And then you go into Transformative Arts 4, which is healing the ancestral line. So all of this sound journey, the shamanic aspect, the etheric aspect, the esoterics of sound, we are using that to apply to ourselves and our ancestral lineage. So we go relationship by relationship, and we start to notice these things, patterns of repetition that might have been passed on in our genetics through ancestral experience. There's study in epigenetics. We try to understand what has been passed on to us by utilizing sound journey and guided meditation, multidimensional healing practices to heal our relationships with those ancestors and also the patterns that they have passed on to us, while also attaining levels of mastery that might have been suppressed due to whatever our ancestors experienced or whatever we have experienced in this lifetime. And then it goes to genetic trauma recoding. And this is the big one that is a certification for the person in order to practice my original modality called genetic trauma recoding. It is a combination of understanding what is passed on in the genetic line, what is passed on through past lives, what is passed on in the soul imprint, all understood through the aspect of sound journey, and then being able to reconcile that through different practices in multidimensional healing. There's also a energy modality, a hands-on aspect that goes with genetic trauma recoding as well. It's a very powerful modality, and this is just the culmination of all the work that I've been doing since 2018. And then required in level 3 is conscious leadership modules 6, 7, 8, and 9. And these modules are conscious communication, conscious relationships and boundaries, death and transformation, and trauma-informed delivery. Very, very important that you will want to have, even if you're not trying to pursue a career as a sound therapy educator, in any form of wellness work where you are dealing with one-on-one patient care, communication, boundaries, understanding relationships, understanding how to deal with grief, how to help somebody navigate through that, and how to be trauma informed when you are speaking to people is highly important. And so you will notice that in level 2, all of the conscious leadership module aspects were internalized. They had to do with discovering yourself, looking at yourself, understanding your own mechanics. And then in level 3 of the sound therapy educator program, it has to do with analyzing the mechanics of your relationships, or how you appear to the outside world and how you are able to guide people through these modalities. And then last but not least, teacher assistant hours. This is the level in the track of education where you help me to teach all 3 modules. So you'll be my TA for all 3 modules, and I might pick a little portion for you to go ahead and be the teacher of, to again, help to facilitate the ease of the experience of the students. That is, in a nutshell, level 2 and 3 for sound therapy. So I have explained to you level 1, 2, and 3 and their requirements. I've explained to you our academic partners, our tuition fees, financial aid and payment plans, how to apply and when to apply, and where you can find all of the useful information that you need to make the decision to join Kin Unified Healing Institute. So I hope I see you soon. And if you have any further questions, you can always email me at Janelle@kinunifiedhealing.com. Take care, be well. Hope to see you soon at Kin. Bye.